With rental, we have kind of a unique scenario where we deal with the customers twice because they do bring the stuff back in most cases. We struggled with customers just kind of pulling into the yard wherever they wanted, wherever they thought they needed to be, and we really need to process it, fuel it up, wash it, check it over. At our new facility, it's a lot bigger. There's a lot of parking lot space. When you're taking equipment that only goes 1 or 2 miles an hour and you're driving it, wherever they drop it to go get fuel, the customers, waiting at the front counter, waiting for you to drive it over, see how many gallons of fuel you put in it, and it's a 5-minute drive. You're backing up the front counter. You need more staff. You need more terminals up front. You need more guys in the yard to be like moving stuff around. So as we were designing this facility, we just realized that we knew that we could take half of those interactions and make them less frustrating by just having a drive-through to give us an opportunity to guide them where we wanted them to go. So we chose to do a 3-lane system. Lane 1 will go straight to a window, direct face-to-face interaction with the customer. And for some customers, that is really important. On the return side, maybe less important, but so our second lane is a speaker just like at a fast food restaurant, and our third lane is for trucks and trailers, and that is the same thing. It has a speaker. At the Point of Rental conference a few years ago when we were designing the new facility, we went ahead and signed up for the e-sign and web payment. And so now what we do is we allow customers to use the drive-thru on that side as well. So if you book online, they get an email that says, thanks for your reservation. If you complete these 2 steps, which is the e-sign and the web payment link, then you're welcome to skip the line and go straight to the drive-thru when you get here. A lot of customers do opt to go ahead and do both of those things before they get here to save time, because also they're trying to rent something for 4 hours to get a project done. The last thing they want to do is stand around and sign paperwork and stuff like that. The way that we kind of have our yard set up as well as our drive-thru, the person that's kind of running drive-thru is kind of like the leader of all. They can see the drive-thru, they can see the computer system, Point of Rental, and they can tell what asset they're getting and know where it's at in the yard or if it's been staged for them through fulfillment process. So it allows them to kind of be the director of the orchestra. But ultimately, if they're returning, we're always returning to one area, which is always, hey, pull straight forward right off the concrete into the unload zone. There's signage there. While the customer is sitting in the drive-thru, they can see the big sign straight ahead that says unload zone. And that gets it to the point where we can do fuel and hours on the return side. And then if they're picking it up, the person that's running drive-thru is gonna be able to guide them to the location in the yard where that asset is at. I'd say a few things that maybe kind of surprised me is how many customers are kind of either like so pumped about it and excited to have that, then some customers that just can't seem to quite figure out anything out and not really want to follow the instructions. Put signage out, you can talk to them on the phone, and they still kind of just want to do what they have always done at your store. So I think just the transition is quite a process to get customers trained. Since your average customer only rents once or twice a year, it's going to take some time to get them to understand that. So if you're considering doing a drive-thru, a few things that I would note is kind of getting some good maps that kind of show certain areas of where you want them on the return side and kind of lay out your fuel and how you're going to get hours and stuff, whether you're going to have them stop at the window and get that information then, or if they're gonna pull forward to a servicing area and unload there. Kind of deciding what that looked like with our team. You're almost building a flow of traffic for your entire facility, and that might be different than what your staff is used to. They just are used to walking around from thing to thing and driving the golf cart around, and that's just what they do. Thinking through the big picture of how you want that flow to be, defining that process, getting feedback from your team, developing the plan, and then presenting it before you actually launch it and put it into place. Getting that drive-thru in place has really helped us to maximize the efficiency of each team member. so that they're kind of just running around less than they were before.